Welcome back, and let's continue with our lesson. If you look at what we have on our screen, we are left with the chart group, filters, symbols, and forms group. And these are very simple groups you can easily understand without my assistance, but I'll just still need to walk you through a few things. So I'll go back to my insert tab and try to reduce this. So let's focus on the chart group. Then when we finish with the chart, we look at the other groups. So in order to come up with a chart, be it a pie chart, be it a bar graph, column, multiple columns, you just need to select your data range. So if I'm dealing with this sales table, Control Shift right, Control Shift and the down arrow. So once I do that, it selects that for me. Then I'll do another Shift and up arrow. I only need this range. So if I don't know which of the chart will be appropriate for my data set, all I need to do is to click on recommended chart. So once you click on recommended chart, the system will suggest okay, you can use clustered bar chart, you can use stacked bar, you can use a clustered column, and you can as well use a stacked area. And we can also think about a scatter. Then from scatter, we look at stacked column. You can also think about another form of scatter diagram, then Pareto. So all these are recommended charts available to us if you don't know which of the charts to use. Or you can equally come to all charts, go through the list and select the appropriate chart. So it is basically the same process you go through to create charts. You just need to know how to do it. So the first thing you do is to select your data set, click on recommended chart, get some suggestions. If you know what you are about, then you just go straight ahead to all charts and pick it from here, or you can just come and pick it from these various buttons, but they are all here. Okay, so I'll stick to let me go to recommended charts like this. Okay, so once I click on it, automatically it inserts the chart for me. But having the chart in this particular worksheet more or less becomes a bit problematic for me because it covers the data set that I have. So what I need to do is to more or less reduce the size of it. So you drag from the corners. So once you do that, you can reposition it probably down here. Let me reduce the zoom level. Okay, then I can bring this somewhere here. So I will increase it a bit and move it this way. So that is one way of reducing the size to an appropriate size that you want. And another thing you can do is to move this chart to its own sheet. So if you want to do that, I've always advised that you go to the contextual tab. So the contextual tab for the insertion of charts gives you two different tabs. The design tab for the chart tools and the format tab for the chart tools. So if I come to the design tab, it gives me this option, location. So once I click move chart, so we are moving it to a new sheet, and that new sheet is what we are going to term as chart practice. So once I click on OK, it moves this entire chart to a different sheet, which is what chart practice. So now let's explore the various tools that come with this particular chart. So we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So this is more or less like a legend. So we have various ways of adding chart elements. So you can explore the axis if you want it horizontal, if you want it primary vertical. Then they have axis title. Do you want the title this way or primary vertical this way? Then you have chart title. If you don't want the chart title, you select none. If you want it centered, it is there. Then we have data labels. So do you want center? Do you want the values to be within the various or respective bars, inside N, inside B? So all these are options I'll need you to explore and see, more or less like a data call out. So if that's what you want, you select, then you use it. And you will be tested in the Microsoft exam. So note where they are and how to quickly get to it. So do you want with legend keys? Then that is what comes. No legend keys. So it depends on you, the individual. Then we have error bars. So if you have errors, we have what? Standard error, percentage, error bars, standard deviation. All of that are available for you to use. Okay. Then we have what? Chart layout. So you can change the layout 1 or layout 2, layout 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7, 8, up to 9. So in the exam, they will tell you apply this particular layout style to this particular chart. So once you click on the chart, it gives you the contextual tab. Then you come and select the appropriate layout. Then you can also think of changing the colors. So once you insert the chart, you have all these tools available to you. Then you have chart style. So the chart styles also comes with their name. So this is style 1, style 2 in that particular order, in that incremental order. Style 3, style 4. So you go through, then you select the appropriate style for your work. So if you go for, let's say, this particular style, then you can come in here, click, and give it a title. Then we can also switch the rows and columns. So if I come and click switch row column, what happens? So now the quarter 1, 2, 3, 4 comes here, and their respective values would be here with the names. So IDAN is color coded green, MOS is color coded blue, Elizabeth Champon. So that is the way you switch rows and columns. So once I switch back, then it comes back with IDAN, MOS, and all of that. If you are doing the normal graph, you have it there like that. So you can switch rows and columns. Then you can also select data. So if you want to select data, okay, I want to take the quarter 4 out, then it's out. If you want to take the quarter 3 out, it's out. If you want to take the quarter 2 out, it's out. You click on OK, then it only shows quarter 1. So you can also manipulate what is supposed to be on your chart. So I just need you to explore. Then after you've gone through all of these and you don't like this particular chart, then you go to change chart type. So once you go to change chart type, you just go through it and you select a different chart. So if I come to column, then we have various types: 3D stacked, 3D 100%. So maybe 3D clustered column. If I want this particular style, I click, boom, then it gives me 3D clustered column. So that's for the design tab under the chart tools contextual tab. So once I click outside the chart, you see it disappears. Once you click on the chart, it comes, hence the name contextual tab. So I'll go to the format tab. Within the format tab, we have all these tools available, and I believe I've explained most of these when we inserted pictures, so it applies to this as well. So if I click on this one, I can come and do a shape fill and probably change the color. If I click on this, you want to change the color, you go ahead, you change it. So you are not limited to the default setting. If you want to change the shape effect, you are at liberty to do so. So once you click, it changes. So you just work around with it, and those that are needed would be active for you to use. Those that you cannot use for this chart are all grayed out. So you can align, okay, most of them are grayed out anyway. And you can also insert shapes. If you want to insert shapes onto your chart, you can go ahead and do that. Then you use the tools that I explained in my previous presentation under the illustration group, where you insert shapes, then you apply so many formats to it. So we come back to our chart. I'll go to format. Then we have race set to match style. So once I click, see what happens. Okay, nothing really happens here. Format selection, nothing happens here. Okay. So you can also format it using the fill and all of that. So all that you saw here can be identified under the format wall pane. Then you can also think of borders. So why don't you try working on these? Gradient fill. You can pick your colors. So you can select this color, you can select another color. So as you do that, you explore, you learn. So you don't just sit down unconcerned. If you want to become better at it, you need to keep practicing, and that's the only way you get better. Yeah. So that's it. You can just work on it, do whatever you want to do with it. So it's all about practicing and improving each day. Okay. So that is that for the insertion of charts. So I'll go back to my insert tab. So it's the same principle. Pivot chart will come in under Excel Expert. 3D maps, you don't need it now, but you can explore if you have it as part of your groups. So basically that is what the insert tab is about. Then you also quickly look at insertion of what text. So you can insert header or footer, where that signature line, an object. So if you click on header and footer, automatically the system gives it in page layout mode, and it gives you all the tools for header and footer. So if you are in header, you can just click, okay, I want to insert page 1 here, and it is inserted. So once you are still in the header mode, you can insert page number of pages. You can even insert the current date and even the current time, and you can also insert the file path, and also insert the file name, the name given to this particular Excel workbook. So once I click file name, I click within my document, it appears over there. If I click within the heading, it pops up. So this is how you can get to the header and footer. And this also applies to Microsoft Word. So once you come, header and footer is there, you click. You can also use your word art. You can also use your signature line, but you need to add it by going to Microsoft. Then you can also come in and insert what object. So in Microsoft Word, you can actually insert an Excel workbook link within that particular document. So whatever you want to do, you just browse, you click, then it will be inserted. So I want you to explore these various options. Then the practice exercises I will give within the classroom will be helpful in properly putting it into context. So that will be that for the text group. Then we also have equations and what symbols. So if you want to insert an equation, you just go ahead, click. Then they have some predefined equations. If you are a mathematician or a math teacher, quadratic formula, you click, it is inserted on. All you need to do is to do what? The formatting. Can't find it. Okay, should be down there. Okay, so I can move it up. So once you insert, automatically it comes with its own tool. So you need to explore and see what comes out of it, matrices and all of that. So it's all about knowing where to find the tools for your work. So once you're able to identify that, using Microsoft Excel becomes very simple. Okay, so we will move on to look at symbol. So you get a symbol, you click on symbol, then you go through. If you know the character code, let's say 216. So 216 is this particular character code. So you can change it from symbol hex, okay, from symbol decimal. I can change from weddings, Jubiladi, then I pick 200. Okay, let me pick 25, then it moves. That is a percentage sign. And we also have special characters. So EM dash, EM dash, copyright symbols, trademark, section, paragraph, ellipsis. So if you need these special characters, you just go ahead and use it. So once I click on trademark, it is inserted. You can see from here. So this is what we inserted. So all these are symbols. Then we can also talk about forms. So if you don't want to be using or to be entering the data manually, you can select this entire range. Then you click on form. So once you do that, the system will just select it for you. If you want to add a new record, you click on new. So instead of typing it and tabbing across, you can just use the form tool. Then you type Kojo Botio. So K1 was 200, K2 the U tab 500, this is 600, that is 800. Then I'll say new record. So once you click on new record, automatically it's added to the table. So that is that for the insert tab. And please do well to get the Excel file. So let me open my Google Chrome, get to the classroom, then show you how to get to the Excel files. You download them onto your system. Not the Excel file per se, because you've already done that. So what you need to do is get the questions and the respective solutions. So I need to switch to 50GH. Then I'll go to my classroom. So once I come to my classroom, I go to Microsoft Office Specialist. So you'll see this particular material which was uploaded on the 12th of August. So what you need to do is just download it, print it out so that you can work on the practice exercises. And I told you, I think under lesson 6 or episode 6 of this tutorial, to download the exercise files, go to your document folder. So once you get to your document folder, you come to geometrics template. Then you have all the Excel files there available. So you open, you look at what is in the workbook, then you just go through it. If you can do it without looking at the steps, that is fair enough. But if you need assistance, you go through the steps. Then later, if you have issues, let me know, then we discuss it. So that is basically what this is about. So thank you for the time. Then in our next lesson, we will think of looking at, I want to leave the formulas tab for the last because we've been discussing a lot of formulas here. So what is left is the data tab and the file tab. Then the rest will be exercises, practice exercises, or practice exercises. So please keep practicing if you want to be better at it. Then later, when you want to write a Microsoft exam, we can schedule for you to write. Thank you for the time, and God bless you.